we are going to be making some beautiful mittens out of these gorgeous colors. Besides, they were all $2. It's mitten time.
The fleece will be the lining and the sweaters will be used for the outside of the mitten. I picked up my fleece at Joann Fabrics. They have had some good deals on fleece this time of year, and this one I found on the remnant pile. It's so soft. I will start by cutting out my 3-piece pattern that you see here. I folded my fleece in half so that when I cut, I end up with both a right and a left hand. Some fleece and other fabrics have an obvious top side. I picked the softer side of this fleece, and that's the side you want facing each other when you go to sew. Sometimes I can't tell which side is the top, and I have found that if you can't tell, then it doesn't often matter. First, I did a straight stitch that will be the thumb closure. I want to make sure I stop at the base of the thumb and not go all the way to the bottom. I do this by stopping where it lines up at the start of my stitch. Then I will be able to open up my thumb piece and place the back of my mitten on to do a straight stitch on the big arch, holding the thumb piece out of the way so I don't accidentally sew that part down. When I go to sew my opposite hand, I place my pieces next to the first hand. This ensures that I won't accidentally make 2 right hands. It's easier to mess up than you think it would be. I repeat the same process. Now I will cut out my sweater pieces using the same pattern. I like to mix and match the colors and textures by using many different sweaters and fabrics. For this one, I used a blue sweater to get the nice thick cable texture, a green small cable sweater, and I used some green corduroy that I had left from a skirt I made for my fall closet. As you can see, I did not lay my pieces out when I was cutting them, so the corduroy side was on the wrong side, and I made 2 right hands. Yes, it is easier than you think. I fixed this by sewing on an extra piece that I had, and you don't really notice it anyways. I did the same steps to sew the sweaters. I placed the top sides together, started with sewing the thumb, then added the back. When sewing sweater material, I always sew a zigzag stitch around the outside edge of my stitching. This will ensure that the mitten looks neat and keeps the fabric from fraying. Now I will flip my sweater pieces right side out. I pull the seams out to where they look flat and well shaped. Now I will take my lining pieces and put them inside my sweater pieces. A little wiggling gets them to lay well. I then cut off 2 blue cuff pieces and put them inside my mittens so all 3 layers line up perfectly. I sew around the edge and add a zigzag stitch to keep it clean and to help stop the sweater material from fraying. Then a quick flip out and a flip over, and voila! I could tack down my cuffs so they don't flip over, but this pair is so thick I don't think it needs it. You could also add a button or a bow to hold it down and to add some flair. I made quite a few of these mittens with different fabrics to mix it up a little bit and give them away as gifts.
We've been meaning to up my Steve Jobs aesthetic. This might be the itchiest sweater on the planet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna enjoy cutting this one up.